Hey everybody, this is Leon and here's another Milkytracker devlog. I'm actually working on a easier interface preset. So as you can see here, there is a transport bar, and this is a little bit more friendly to new users because let's say the normal classical Milkytracker interface has this whole sort of palette of buttons, and well, first of all, if you press play or pattern, like you see something happening, but you don't really know based on the buttons what is happening. So if you check this one, then you can see that if I press space, you can at least see a record. This is a love icon because it's basically spreading the tracker love across the pattern, and as well as if you press play, the button will stay pressed. If I enter escape, then it unpresses. So this is a bit more visual, as well as the stop and this is the play pattern, and this is the play the whole song. This is actually follow. It turns out a lot of people are confused by the fact that Milkytracker follows a song by default, and they don't really know how to turn it off. And this is a very easy way. It's next to the play button, an easy way to find out, oh, this is how I turn it off. There is, of course, the F here, which does exactly the same. You can see they are linked, but most new users, they don't know about this. So this is oh, and by the way, if you go to config and you go to layout, if you want the classical interface, you can just tick this checkbox, restart Milkytracker, and then you will get this, let's say, power user layout. So it's completely optional and toggleable. It's also defaulting to flat control, so if you want the rounded buttons from the classical Milkytracker, oh wait, this is also flat buttons. Anyways, if you want to have the rounded buttons, you can also tick this one here. So anyways, so there's the follow, there's the play pattern, there's the stop, and there's the record. Then there's file. And this is actually doesn't really look different, but if I press this one, for example, then you can see that I can immediately play the keyboard to preview the sound, and this is not possible with the current Milkytracker, and I find this very, very convenient to basically preview samples while actually playing patterns at the same time to find out, does this instrument fit in the current pattern? Because as you probably know, when making music, it's the best to play new sounds, not in isolation, but in the context. So this is another addition. So also this interface, you can see that the pattern list is a bit longer. So that's a thing. It's also color coded with this blue one. This blue is the pattern. You can see here as well, pattern. So this gives you a bit more, distinctions between numbers. So also, you can see that the octave is always visible here. So if I press F5 or F2, you can see that the number changes accordingly. This is also what has been historically confusing for new users who don't know the F shortcuts to change the octaves. So here you can just always see it and always click it by mouse as well. Then there is the expand and shrink, which have been renamed to this. So this basically doubles the pattern, the rows, as you can see here, or halves the rows. So that's another thing which is makes it all a bit cleaner. Then we have the instrument button. This is, yeah, just the instrument editor. This is the sample editor. So this basically shows you the most common actions in one transport bar. There's also config if you want to quickly do some configuration. And finally, oh, this is this is a development view. But finally, there's a help button which shows you the help, the documentation in the application. There was a shortcut for this, Control H. But again, as a new user, you might not know about this, and then it's a bit hard to, know what to do. Of course, you can go to the website, but it's a bit. This is a bit more frictionless. So this is a short sort of update what I'm working on. Yeah, check out my other videos. There's more devlogs coming up. So yeah, keep in touch. Cheers.